Not yet. We
Not yet.
are live now. We are live, 2 seconds and counting. So we are back with a live, quick edition
Wednesday
of
edition.
KnowKap Wednesday edition. As you can see, I'm in the studio and I got sessions, and so we got to go real quick. We was having some technical difficulties, or we'd have been on like 15 minutes ago, but we got the technical difficulties worked out. We switched a couple things up. We go get it going. We gonna have a quick 55 minutes for y'all today, and we go drop some jewels in that time. Welcome to another live episode of KnowKap, the knowledge and wisdom of KC and Parrish. I am Coach P with my boy KC.
Hey.
What's up with you, man?
Oh man, same old shit, different day. Different day, same shit. Blessings
D.
though. Just got the title to my truck. Hello.
That's what's up.
Good deal. Good deal. That's when you can start going into the black. Get out that red.
Straight up.
Hey, I know we ain't got that much time, so I got a quick trivia question
But we
for
ain't,
you.
we ain't in no rush though. Let's go ahead and let it flow.
Hey, listen. Quick trivia question. You ready?
Yeah.
If you was a petty thief, petty, what would you steal?
Women's hearts.
Huh?
Women's hearts. The only thing I'm stealing. And more time to spend with them women in their hearts. But since I ain't a thief, I ain't stealing nothing.
How you doing today, my brother? How was your day?
Now you answer the question. You asked the crazy ass question. You answered.
If I was a petty thief, I'ma steal all the light switches off the lights off the out the house.
What? For
I
what?
said if you was a petty thief, nigga, petty.
But for what though?
Because you can't turn on the lights when you come in the house.
What you gonna do with the light switches?
I ain't gotta do nothing with them. You just can't turn on the lights.
you supposed to have some type of gain. That was
I'm
supposed
petty.
to be. You gonna
It's
take
petty.
all the light.
Right.
You gonna take all the light switches.
Go in there and take all the outlets, the sockets off the outlets, so you can't plug in nothing.
Yeah.
Go in there, steal all the water handles off, steal all the knobs off the faucet, so you can't turn on the water.
Well, we'll leave it to the judges to see who answer was better.
You see them sorry ass writers? You see how sorry we looking?
Y'all,
you see that shit?
Who?
The Raiders.
Oh.
We just traded Davante Adams.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something though.
Go for it.
It's conspiracy theory or whatever you want to call it. When it comes to the Raiders though, and it ain't no conspiracy theory, and if it is, it's a true one. There's some truth to it, right? When it comes to the Raiders, the Raiders came from Oakland, California. Then they went to LA. And when they went to LA, they was adopted by NWA. So from Oakland, California to Compton or LA, the Raiders was always considered like the thugs or the bad, you know what I'm saying? The roughnecks, the gang or whatever of the community of the National Football League, of the league. You feel me? They was those guys. That's what they was considered, and still to this day. And then, they said like Al Davis had some run-ins with the league about how he established his stadium and all that. You probably know a little bit more about those facts of that history. Like, I think he didn't necessarily do what they wanted him to do, how he wanted to do it. He franchised it or whatever he did his own kind of way, something like that. With those things being put together, you see oftentimes, and this is not letting the Raiders off the hook, but I'm just shedding some light and I'm going to drop a couple facts, that the Raiders oftentimes, when they do exactly what they need to do to get their backs against the wall, meaning on the field, when they make a play, it seems like the refs will take the play away that was needed that could change the game. in their favor. They take that away from them and it sways it in the other team's favor. And then the Raiders will follow that up with some more, like people say, Raider type shit. Like then they'll make a bad play. So they'll make a good play, the play that was needed, and then the refs will throw a flag. I'll give you a case in point. This is when I stopped liking the goddamn. Well, I never really liked him, but this is when I really started despising the Patriots and Tom Brady when he was on the Patriots. The tuck rule. Charles Woodson come on the blitz in the snow, on the road, because it don't snow in Oakland. So in the snow, on the road, for the playoffs. You know what I mean? He come on the blitz, the exact call that's needed. Charles Woodson hit him, Hall of Famer, pick up the ball. They go back, review, they say tuck rule. Them dudes come back. Now the Raiders do some Raiders shit, and the Raiders lose the game. Right? Just the other night when they was playing against Pittsburgh, their defense was playing really well. That's probably the highlight of the Raiders this year. And they end up getting a pick. But then they called a roughing the passer, saying that he didn't elevate or he didn't levitate enough or early enough. He put too much body weight on him when he sacked him. And then after that, they end up scoring. And after they scored, Pittsburgh ended up scoring. And after Pittsburgh scored, the game kind of went the way that it went the rest of the game. So I'm just saying, like, bro, you be seeing they be coming up with these calls, and even the comments. Oh, and they had that same game against Pittsburgh just this past weekend. They called a legal man downfield. And when they played it back, the commentators was like, I don't like that call. But then they take the touchdown off the board. The Raiders end up not scoring. So these things, you know what I'm saying? These things, they have like a black eye on them dudes, and the league need to let go of that and let these dudes just play football because it's hard enough to do anyway. Feel me? So, you know.
Well, here's the thing. We fucking suck. We fucking suck and we fucking suck. And I hate it, but we do.
So do the umps. So do the referees though.
Yeah, the referee do, but we ain't got no running game. We ain't got no passing game. Our defensive players is hurt. Davante Adams, I ain't never seen one man run behind another man so much in a professional sports league ever. Davante Adams, if you ever watch KnowKap, I ain't never seen a grown-ass man run behind another grown-ass man from state to state. You went from Green Bay back to the house. When this man left, went to another team, and every interview that I seen you in, you know we like Aaron Rodgers. When you play with a great like Aaron Rodgers, when you meet somebody, Aaron Rodgers is garbage, bro. He's garbage. He's ass. It's time for him to retire. He high half the time, and he throwing interceptions left and right. But this is who you choose to hit your legacy to because you feel like at least it's a quarterback. Nigga, he's garbage. I hope we beat the shit out of you. I'm trying not to curse. I hope we beat the brakes off of y'all, and I hope when we play you, we target your ass because you a sucker for that. Because Aaron Rodgers is garbage. He ain't no good quarterback right now, and you switch shit on us. Nigga, we paid you $131 million. You wasn't lost for nothing. You didn't lose for nothing, but you came over here and you ran behind another man. Then you start acting like you was hurt. Then you act like you was hurt. As soon as you get traded to the garbage-ass Jets, you come out here smiling. I'll be back tomorrow and playing Sunday. Nigga, you ain't been playing for 3 weeks. You weak-ass nigga. You be dropping balls. We pay you $130 million, nigga. You still out here dropping balls. Nigga acting like you a superstar. Nigga, you like Stephon Diggs, nigga. Man. And we don't like niggas from East Palo Alto anyway, nigga.
Well, see, man. Now listen. If you do happen to see this Davante Adams, we would love to have you on the show. The thoughts and opinions of my co-hosts are
mine, and I'm gonna say
and you are a Bay Area native, so we welcome you with open arms. And
right, after football season, during football, fuck you, nigga.
He's just hurt because he's a Raiders fan, so don't don't take those words to heart. We welcome you as a Bay Area native to definitely bless us with your presence on the show anytime, young brother. And
Fuck, holla
and,
at me, and then we can be cool. But nigga, fuck you, nigga. One
and
nation, nigga, Raider Nation, and I got a Lion shirt on right now, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Somebody gave it to me.
well, you got a Detroit Lions shirt on, talking all that. And you know, what's his name? Deshaun
Jackson.
Jackson said something about that. He wasn't happy talking about oh boy, you was just going off on. He was talking about him, and then people came out like even Davante Smith himself was like, "Nah, I never said that." Woo. So then he was like, "Man, I ain't say dude told me nothing." He said, "I just played the position," and he said, "I'm watching his mannerisms as a person who played the position. I just gave my opinion that he don't look happy." And then fast forward just a few weeks later, and here you have a distraught Raiders fan cussing him out.
It
So
ain't, you know, let me rephrase it. Because Davante was a whole diva through the whole time that he was with the Raiders. He was acting hella funny since he been here. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just me that's disgruntled. We don't really care no more. Like, bye, go on about your business. But
yeah,
you wasn't really, he wasn't really down with the. We seen him on Netflix. Y'all got to get me the fuck out of here. You seen him on the side of the sideline slamming his helmet. Always, even when we won games, bro. Even when we won the game, dude would get
yeah,
on there. Dude might have 3 targets, but the game we won the game, he might have maybe 50, 60 yards, not a 100-yard game. Dude to get on the TV after the interview and start complaining. Yeah, we won, but I'm looking up for my legacy and my greatness, and this and you know, it's a certain way that it got to look when we win, and this ain't it, nigga. How you mad after a win?
yeah.
This, yeah.
I mean, I think if I mean, it is what it is now. So thinking don't what we think don't really necessarily matter because what has happened has occurred. However, if there were a quarterback there, I think things would have been a little bit different. I'm sure that had a huge impact on it. I mean, you got to think about it. Let's say you know you super raw at something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a dude that you know is trash as fuck, but they directly impact you. And you like, dude ain't on my par. We ain't even on the same level, but this is what I gotta deal with. You could take that as a sign of disrespect, and mentally it can make you be like, you know, check out. You know what I mean? They didn't have no quarterback. You yourself said that the quarterback was trash. Well,
Mm-hmm.
think of yourself as a Hall of Fame receiver that has to deal with this. Like, come on, cuz trash, and y'all got me over here doing this, bro. We got to do something different.
Never been a Hall of Fame receiver though, because is he Hall of Fame?
I would think that he has a great chance of being a Hall of Fame receiver. Absolutely. I don't think that's far fetched.
It ain't. But I was just asking because he ain't got no Super Bowls. He didn't win one with Aaron Rodgers.
He hasn't won the Super Bowl yet.
And let
Um,
me, even when he was with Aaron Rodgers, and I'm just going off because I don't like that shit that he did. But even when he was with Green Bay, before he be, even if, let's go back, if Davante Adams being who Davante Adams is right now, with
mhm.
Davante, he wasn't the #1 receiver in Green Bay when they had Randall Cobb. He wasn't the #1 receiver when they had Jordy Nelson, and he wasn't the #1 receiver when they had James Jones. Nigga, when they all left, you became #1. So, nigga, you just wasn't Superman like you think you is, nigga. And now you came over here to the Raiders and got the best stat you ever got in your career with Derek Carr. Nigga, as soon as we lost the quarterback, nigga, you want to run back and jump. I'm going to leave it alone. Hey, man, good luck. Good luck to you out there in New York, brother, because they just fired their head coach. Their quarterback is old and he high all the time. Their offense sucks, their defense sucks, and they got the same record we got. So hello, now going about your business, partner. Hey, P,
What's the records? You said they got the same record. What's the
2 and
records?
4.
Oh,
Yeah, they garbage, bro. They garbage just like we garbage, bro. Aaron Rodgers throw interception, and then he get out there and throw his team. Aaron Rodgers is a cold piece too. Bro just got out there and got the head coach fired because he wanted to because they wanted to change offensive coordinators. Got him fired. Then went to the next game, threw the interception, lost the game that they should have won, and then threw Mike Williams under the bus. As soon as he threw Mike Williams under the bus, they traded for Davante Adams. He threw Mike Williams under the bus that night, and in the morning they had Davante Adams. Aaron Rodgers is a piece of dookie, bro. He's a real piece of crap. And
Well,
Davante Adams is a real prostitute.
well, like I said, hey
NFL
man,
prostitute.
man, hey, you at the end of the day, it's a business and people deserve the right to handle their business where they want to handle it. And one thing I can say, even though I kind of came to the defense of the Raiders, one thing I can say is that as an organization, I kind of said this in one of our recent episodes, just as an organization, you got to make sure that you are taking care of things top to bottom, as some of the top-notch known organizations do. And I feel like that's an area that the Raiders definitely have work to do in improvement. It's just how the organization, the culture is ran, and moving to Las Vegas, having a stadium, maybe that's a step in the right place, but that doesn't change the culture and the environment and the relationship with the NFL as a whole. So
and Tom Brady and Richard Seymour, both Patriots, are now part owners of the Raiders.
ain't that about a bitch because of the history that I just said. And why would Tom Brady want to be part owner of
It
the Raiders?
doesn't matter. Guess what? Don't even matter. Because guess what Tom Brady's going to bring to the Raiders?
No. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. That's the culture that I'm talking about. It's the
And bro,
culture. But yeah, but I'm saying
you know who
that's
do
the
that?
culture. Yeah,
You
I
know
know who do
who
that.
does that, don't
Shador.
you?
Shador.
Hey,
Um,
hello.
who's
Hello.
who's check this out. But listen, I said, why would he? Not like why, like in a negative way. What there's a reason why. Now check this out. Guess who signed to him?
Who?
Shador.
I don't know if he signed to him.
Yes, he is. He signed to his goddamn his
I know
brand.
Brady trained him, so hey.
He was the first athlete signed to Tom Brady. Guess where they are projecting one of the places for him to go?
The Raiders.
You understand?
Hey, and we got 8 draft picks right now. We got 8. We got 108 million cap space. We got 8 draft picks. We're gonna get 2 more comp picks, so we should have about 10 picks. If we don't win no more games, and we get the first or second pick, bro, we ain't gotta waste none of them draft picks. We can.
Shador is in a position to where he can do like what's the name did?
Eli.
Like what Eli did. He's in that position.
I think Shador want to come to the Raiders though.
I don't.
I think he want to come. You
Yeah,
heard
I
him say
think he do too.
he say his
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
what I'm
just seen him
saying.
with Mark Davis. And you
That's what
just
I'm
seen
saying.
Hunter with Max Crosby.
And you just seen who is part owner.
Hey, imagine if we can do what the Houston Texans did 2
Ooh,
years ago.
they turned their shit around like boo boo.
Did you see how they did it though? They
With
had the
CJ
number.
Stroud.
They had the number 2 pick.
Mm.
They took CJ Stroud. Bro, they traded 2 more picks and moved up to the number 3 pick.
Mm.
And took they took the defensive end. Bro, they turned their defense and their offense around in 2 picks.
Yeah.
The 2 and 3.
They also got young Hank out there, out them Bay Waters. Henry Toa, he played linebacker for him. He played at De La Salle with Makai.
So
They starting I want to say weak side linebacker, but I could be wrong.
So, hey, man, the Raiders is coming, man. It's been a long time coming, Raiders fans. And I know I got the Detroit Lions fans. Try don't listen. I am not a Lions fan, but I know that Detroit and the Bay is cousins. So this is a family reunion.
They are cousins. That is true. That is a fact.
Yeah, but this is just but listen, the Raiders is coming and we're gonna be saucy. Antonio Pierce is the right coach. We got our
Yes.
we doing
Just
what we
need the
do.
culture. Just need the culture, man.
Man, listen, he ain't even got to call plays. He doing what he doing his part. He's Suge Knight for us. He's our Suge. Let the rest of the players do what they're gonna do. Let somebody else be Dr. Dre. That's our offensive coordinator, and let somebody else be Snoop Dogg or you know what I'm
Build the
talking about.
culture, and you got Tom Brady there to help build the culture, and the league is on Tom Brady nuts. So we'll get some of them black flags off of the black hole. You feel me?
All right, but anyway, we ain't got too much time. So Pete, got
Great
a question.
topic though. Great discussion. So like I said, we ain't rushing.
I got a question from a viewer.
Yeah.
And I gave it to you the other day, but I'm gonna give it back so we can run it back. And I like that your response to it. If you remember it, let me know so we can answer it. And the question was, Is it true? Hold on. Let me go right here. Is it true that when a man wants you, the woman knows it. But when he
Uh-oh.
doesn't, the woman is left confused. Is it true that when a man wants a woman, she knows that he wants her, but when he don't want her no more, he leave her confused and lost in the sauce? Do you think it's
It's definitely, without a doubt, true that when a man wants a woman, when a man wants a woman, you can. It's no way to hide it. He gonna do everything he can to get her. When he want her or want something from her, you know what I'm saying? He go do everything he can. I think that when a when a man doesn't want a woman, if a woman says that it leaves her confused, like they're confused, there's a lot of responsibility on the woman. Actually, they're choosing to seem like they're confused because just as clearly, if it's so clear that he wants you, if you're confused about something, there's no room for confusion, right? There's there's only, you accept that it is what you are looking for or it's not. And if there's that confusion of, oh, I don't know if he want me or not, then you really know the answer because again, it's very clear when a man wants something that he expresses it. He doesn't know any other way. Now, can a man play with a woman? Absolutely. But women can play with men too. Because a woman can confuse a man. Have him, hey, can you bring me some food? He bring the food to the house. He think they finna chill. She like, thank you. See you later.
mm,
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. What? Whoa,
mm,
what? You know what I'm saying? So when women say that, are they? If a man is leaving a woman confused, I think that women turn that table around on men in some instances more often than men do women because men go so hard when they want something they don't really know how to play like they don't want it. It's clear cut. When with women, they could they could they could dangle a little bit longer. You know, they
mm.
could dangle the carrot a little bit longer in front of a man. So women oftentimes be dangling that carrot, playing with men more than men be playing with women in that instance.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think men still court women in the sense. I think courting looks a little different. So yeah, that's why you're gonna know. But as far as leaving a woman confused, I don't really think I if you know, you know, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If he stop dealing with you and he ain't dealing with you the same way he was in the beginning, then it's safe to say that he ain't really rocking with you anymore. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying? So I don't think it's
mm-hmm.
confused, but I think more so they be looking for that closure or that confirmation. I don't even want to use the word closure. I'm gonna use that word confirmation. Are we done? Are we not done? Are we
Mm-hmm.
still? You know what I'm saying? What we doing? But to your point, shit, women do it too. You know what I'm
And
saying?
probably better than men.
Yeah, yeah, because they'll still rock with you and then and play y'all in your face. They'll
Yeah.
play all in your face. And you'll be thinking like, yo, I just seen somebody had something on one of these sites I seen today. If you think you the only one she messing with, then then good on you or something like that. Just go ahead and knock her down. It was something to that effect. Here's my thing. You got to start approaching. It might be unpopular. I think you should approach it as not, this is mine, you're mine, I'm yours. I think you should approach it as, it's my turn, it's your turn. Right? Right, it's my turn. Because here's the thing. Now my turn might go long. If you shooting dice, because that's what we doing, we gambling, right? We gambling with the relationships. If you shooting dice and you keep on hitting, then you're gonna be on it for a long time.
Yeah.
But you roll them dice and you hit
You
the wrong
crap out or nigga
right,
side betting.
then it's over. And so now the next person got it. Now the next person rolling. It'll come
I
back
got you
around.
faded. I got you faded.
or you gonna get up and go on to the next table. So I think it ain't about being confused. I think it's about being realistic.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Be realistic. If you feel like the energy changed and things ain't working the same like they used to, then there's your answer. If you feel like you got to be left confused, then there go your answer.
And when being realistic, it means it's time to communicate.
You
Real conversations. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing
some
wrong with a real conversation.
here's the thing. Some people don't like the real conversations. Some people live in fairy tale worlds.
That's why they be confused.
And that's why they be confused because they'll live in a fairy tale world where everything. Yo, I'm gonna say this for anybody and everybody. Stop making your relationship about you, and stop thinking that a relationship or this fairy tale it got to be all about me, 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 me. A relationship and shit don't work like that. Shit
Yeah.
works like this. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You gonna do what you gonna do. We gonna do what we gonna do together, and we gonna be happy, or we ain't. That's how shit
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers be you got to do this. So this is my question. P.
Mm.
What should be the minimum standard? Like I don't know if I'm finna ask that right. What should be this? This is the relationship. This should be the minimum. The minimum requirements. This is the standard right here. And then anything extra outside of or extra, you know what I'm saying, is it makes it better. But what's the like? Is it fuck?
Um, within basically minimum standards within a relationship, a healthy relationship.
Right.
Um, well, it should be likable. you should you should you should you should like being in a relationship. You should like who you are yourself coming into the relationship. You should like yourself in the relationship. You should like who you see yourself becoming and growing in a relationship. It should be likable. You should like the person that's coming into the relationship. You should like things about them while you're within the relationship, and you should like their projection of who they're growing to be. It should be likable. Communication. You should be able to communicate. You should be able to communicate even in times where you may not agree. That's why you have communication. You should be able to communicate coming into the relationship, within the relationship, and to help the relationship to withstand all the trials and tribulations. You should be able to communicate. So communication, the relationship should be likable. Like you have to like this person and you have to like your person, yourself. Um, Outside of communication and likable, I think you know, you have to be willing to work on your own qualities individually, because the better you are individually, the better you are for anybody you're in a relationship, any type of relationship with, business, children, romantic. So I think best practices of working on yourself is something that is missing in a lot of relationships. And if people were to, and this is a big if because most people don't, but if we were saying as a standard, allowing people to recognize that it's important, it's necessary to continue to work on yourself, because the better you are as an individual, the better your relationships will be. So again, I think the likable part, the communication part, and the continuous work on self-improvement will only help any relationship be better. Those are a few things off the top of my head.
So let me ask this then. Do you think, let's say you like somebody. Oh, this is a good question. Let's say you like somebody, but y'all keep clashing.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a lot in common.
Mm-hmm.
What they say, opposites attract.
Mm-hmm.
Opposites attract. Let's say you're attracted to your opposite, but
Mm-hmm.
everything y'all got a lot in common. Should y'all take a break? Should you take a break and say, hey, let's take a break and see if we can adjust, reset, and then try it again? Or should you just break it off and say, fuck it, that's why you're opposite?
I think sometimes people clash because one or both are stubborn. People be stubborn and not willing to hear exactly and see the opportunities in here was actually being said, like allowing a person to lead in the area where they're supposed to lead because the other individual is stubborn. Some people are naturally good in certain areas, and it doesn't mean that they're trying to just make a person do what they want them to do. It's just that they're naturally good in this area, so they're naturally going to take the lead in areas that they're stronger in than another person. This is where team, you got to be a team. That's another good one to add to this. You got to be a team. Yeah, in any relationship, you got to be a team, and people have their roles within the team. Like you said, you gonna do what you gonna do. I'm gonna do what I gonna do. That's also team. And the better everybody plays their position within the team, the stronger the team is, and the more chance they have to win. Right. So you have people who are stubborn because they look at a person almost with envy, or like, you can't tell me what to do. And it's not that the person, do you think you know everything? No, I'm just really great in this area. And I'm really proficient in this area. So naturally I'm going to go there. Just like they may be naturally strong in this area, and I'm okay. And in fact, I encourage them to lead and stand up in that area. But it's worse when they have an area that they're strong in and they won't even stand up in that because they're too busy being stubborn about where they see another person leading, and they have that envious feeling within the relationship instead of team. And I think a lot of people are stubborn in that way, and it affects the team, and that's why they bump heads, because they too busy trying to take over an area where they need to kick back and let somebody else run that side of the show and be happy about it.
Right. Nobody likes to. Nobody wants to be. That's what's that saying? Damn. Too many leaders, too many chiefs, not enough
Yeah,
Indians.
yeah,
Everybody want to be the damn chief. Everybody want to be
yeah,
the chief. That's that
yeah,
stubbornness talking about. Everybody want to
yeah.
be. You can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do
Like
this. And
what? And don't even want to listen. And if they, but then when they find, when you show them better, this is where that come from. Them sayings where then you just show them better than you can tell them, because they don't want to listen to the communication. And then when you show them, for lack of a better term, you're right, and then it comes out the way it's supposed to come out when you just finally show them, and you end up getting there anyway because you are stronger in this area, and you show them and lead the way you're supposed to. And then they're like, oh, well, you could have just said that. Well, bitch. That's what I was saying, but let me just show you. You right, and for women too, it's like, let me just show you. So sometimes you can show them better than you can tell you, but that goes to say this too. If someone is being stubborn, don't let them break your spirit of who you are. You still just show up, show, improve, and do what you're supposed to do, and stop talking.
yeah,
Actions speak louder than words, and it's time for action. You feel me?
that goes to one. It'd be funny how everything we say at some point always come back around full circle to something we already said. People got to learn how to be good receivers.
Oh, absolutely, for sure, without a
You got
doubt.
to receive the information, because
These are
some shit
gifts.
it's the gift. You know what I'm saying? We can say it. A lot of times people be talking at you, and you don't even know that they're talking
Mm,
at you because you're trying to
mm,
respond in a good way. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? But like for me, I was explaining something to somebody one time. You can tell me everything that we can have a good conversation. I'm gonna absorb everything you just told me, but I'm not processing it. I'm
Mm.
responding. I'm in the moment with you, and
Autopilot.
right. I'm here with you, and I'm engaging. I'm gonna take this whole conversation. It's like writing it down in my brain. It's writing. I know what we're saying. I got the transcript, but
Yeah,
later I'm gonna go sit down and I'm gonna process the conversation.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when me and you get done doing our show, when we get done,
yeah.
I don't know I don't remember half of nothing we talked about. And then I'll
See
go
the
back and be like,
playback.
then
Yeah,
come back and be like, damn, we said that? Damn.
yeah,
It was good.
yeah,
You know, don't process it. So again, I always say, you know, communication is key. Learn how to speak to
yeah,
whoever you're gonna deal with, but learn how to receive the information that they're saying. But at the same time, be realistic in your expectations of what you plan to get from it. You know what I'm saying? Because you may say, "Hey, I'm king of the castle." You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And everything I say go. But the other side of that is you can be the head of the household, but the
yeah.
woman is the neck.
Mm-hmm,
You can oversee it, but she's your base. You can
mm-hmm.
turn left and right, but you can't make a move without her. without your other part, right? So you got to remember that even if you choose to be the leader, you still got to have a support system behind you. You got, in order for you to lead, you got to have somebody who's going to follow. But in order for you to have somebody who's going to follow, you got to be able to receive, process, and then come back with a solution that's better than what happened. You just got to hope the person who you're receiving the information from is teachable, and that they're able to receive, able to learn, and able to process, even if they got to come back and process. So, to answer my own question, do I think you should take a break or just break it off? I think it's an individual choice. If it's something that you want and you're going to fight for it and you're going to do the work to get it done, do the work and get it done. But if you feel like it's going to cause you stress and just keep bringing you down and not making any advancements, then break it off. But you got to first learn how to receive so you can process the information correctly, so you can make an accurate decision on what it is you want to do with your life, because your life is your life and somebody else's is somebody else. Control what you can control for you. So
Yeah. And one of the best ways to practice leading and to learn how to be a good leader, this is what I was kind of talking about when I was saying working on yourself, is learning how to lead yourself, because people follow those who are leading in a natural way. And the best way, really, real leaders is just leading themselves, and then people join in because they see where that person is going and they want to be a part of it. You don't got to like try to pull people to you. They gravitate anyway on their own. And you just got to lead yourself and be a good leader of yourself. Know where you going, because where the hell is you leading people if you don't know where you going? I had a follow-up question to your question,
yeah,
your original one that you text me,
right.
and this came from a member too. So kind of, I was talking to somebody, we were having a discussion, one of my members, like I do, and then I was like, when you asked me that question, I'm like, well, here's a follow-up. So the follow-up question is, if a man in a fairly new relationship is doing everything that makes the woman feel like they're quote unquote official, I'll put it in quotes, official. If he's doing everything to make her feel like they're official, does he need to come out and clearly say the actual words, or are actions enough?
Let me answer. Actions speak louder than words. We heard it since we was kids. Actions speak louder than words. So if I'm showing you, hey, have some flowers here. Let me take you to dinner. Hey, let's go watch a movie. Hey, come spend some time with me. Why do I need to say, hey, you're mine? Ain't that clarification enough that I'm giving you all the time?
And
Yeah,
so most men would probably agree. And if you a woman went to her brother and said, he doing all this, but he didn't say that we together, her brother would probably even be like, you tripping. That's your dude. Like he doing it. Don't go bothering that man about that. You gonna mess up
right,
a good thing. However, this is where women might say they confused.
right. Because they gonna say,
Like he doing everything, but he's not
right,
saying it.
he's not making it official. So how do I know if you just not leading me on and stringing me on and playing, saying everything else to all the other
He's
females?
doing everything, checking everything that he's supposed to do, but he just hasn't said, like, when we went out, he didn't introduce me as his girlfriend. I don't know how to introduce him. If I introduce him to somebody, I don't know if to say this is my can I say this is my girlfriend, or can I say this is my boyfriend? I don't know how to introduce, because he hasn't clearly said this is woo doo woo woo. So on one side you got the man saying, well, and this, what's funny?
What's that?
This is not just in the beginning of relationships. This is like throughout relationships,
Mm-hmm.
from the
Mm-hmm.
male and female side. Men will feel like often, if they're doing all of the things that kind of check off, check off, check off, check off, check off, they're like, but you didn't say it. They want
Right.
to hear it, right? And they're like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me all this effort, energy, action, consistency means nothing without me saying the words exactly the way you need to hear it? So
What does
if I was saying the words,
what does it
then
change?
so if I were saying the words, then I don't need to do the actions? Or they're saying, no, I need both. And what's the problem?
Like, what does the words change though? All right, your mind changed from what I was doing. I'm still gonna do the same thing I was doing. Now what? Because I'm gonna introduce you to somebody. So you're gonna be mad if I introduce you to somebody. Hey, this is such and such. Now I just introduced you, but I didn't say, oh, this is my girl. I just said this is such and such. So now you're mad because you didn't introduce me as your girl, but you probably never see this person again.
Mm-hmm.
What does it matter? And if you've seen this person again, then they see you with me all the time, then they already know. So then
Now,
what's
but now, oh, so let's go a little bit deeper. Again, we saying that the person does everything. They do everything that make this person feel like they are together. So in their mind, they know that, man, that's my dude, that's my girl. They know that. The dude ain't never saying, well, what am I?
right?
It's not the dude usually saying, well, I need some clarity. You doing everything to say you my girl, but but I need you to tell me. He would be like, nigga, that's my you crazy as fuck. It ain't no what?
And we get the we ask the question when it's our time to ask the
Yeah,
question.
yeah. I think that if a woman though in that situation, this was the advice I gave because people were saying like, don't go talk to the dude. I said, hey, you can communicate with somebody without making it a big deal. And you can use your woman. This is where you use your womanly magic. This was my advice. Use your woman magic. Don't go in there like there's a problem. Like I need to talk to you about something because I'm confused. Don't do that because then the dude might be defensive when there's nothing wrong. Don't make it like it's something wrong. I told the individual, go in there with your womanly powers. Use your magic. Go in there and be like, hey babe, you do. And so I was, go in there. It can be a joyful conversation. It don't gotta be I need to know what the hell, you know what I'm saying? Go in there and make your man comfortable, flirt with him, and get the answers you need, pull him out of him using your womanly power. Sometimes I feel like women throw their womanly powers to the side and they just get caught up on if what they feel and they forget that they got these powers to get the answers that they want at any time. It's a way to have a conversation without being emotional about it, and you can go in and have and get the answer and everybody smiling and joyful. So that was my advice is, hey, and she was like, oh yeah, that's great advice. That's exactly what I'm about to do. I was about to cook them some dinner anyway. I'm a whoopty whoop 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 whoop. So it was a much. She went into it with a much more, uh, confident and not concerned type of energy. And I just was like, keep the energy joyful. It don't gotta be dreadful because you want this answer. Use your powers and get them in a joyful way. And women can do that almost with any conversation.
But if you see your person shutting down on some things or becoming passive on some things or like, man, I'm nonchalant, fall back off of it. Sometimes you got to give your dude space. It's just like
Yeah,
men got
don't ruin it. Yeah.
When y'all get on y'all cycles and migraines and bloatings and headaches and all that, y'all want us to leave y'all alone. Well, we don't got all them symptoms. We don't got them symptoms, right? But
We just don't feel like being bothered. Shit.
right. Sometimes we just don't feel like being bothered. And here's the thing: if you keep on pressing and poking and pressing and poking, then you're gonna get the wrong side of your person. Women, y'all gotta understand this too. Men value you and your opinion and everything about you. But if you press a man the wrong way, and you got to know that if you press a man the wrong way, you can actually cause your man to go out and find somebody else. And then wonder why you ain't got a, now you got a no good nigga. He's no good nigga to you. He's a real good nigga to her. Because there's some no good woman stuff. You know what I'm saying? So,
and vice versa.
and vice versa. Yeah, but it's always we always the ones who mess up. It's always he ain't this, he ain't that. You whoop whoop whoop. Nah, y'all do crap. Y'all do crap, and y'all think y'all queen of queen doodoo.
But to what you're saying too, like one of the biggest things for men is appreciation, feeling appreciated. So, and the more that a man is doing, the higher the bar of appreciation goes up. It only goes up the more that a man is doing when he's doing all these things. And so, when that bar of appreciation goes up, to your point, that's true that it can definitely affect the response when a man doesn't feel that appreciation. When that appreciation starts to go down, what they feel like the man feel like they're not appreciated in the way that they should be, then yes, it starts to make them go out and find appreciation and do and appreciate themselves in a way that they feel like they should be, because it's not being given right there where it's at home where it should be, especially when it's a high value individual that's doing high value things and it's not being reciprocated, or the level of appreciation is not there like it should be. It can definitely um, be detrimental to that woman's
So
position.
do you think that in our relationship, this is going to be manny, so don't even shoot the message. I'm just going to ask it. Do you think in any relationship that's been long term, do you think at some point, this is crazy, I'm going to give you 90 days.
A hall pass. I knew you was gonna say that. Hall pass.
Go do what you want for 90 days. 90 days. Go. The person you want to be with, the person, go do you. You got 90, you got 3 months. Then come back, recouped and reset. Go get all of whatever you got to get out you. At any point in this relationship, hey, for the next 90 days, we ain't together. We together, but we ain't together. Go do you. Is that healthy or is that bad?
I wouldn't say it's healthy for who it's healthy for. That would take a strong individual to do that. But three months is a very long time.
That's a
90
whole
days
new.
is a very long time. A lot of stuff can happen in 90 days. People may not come back after 90 days. People may come back with more people in 90 days. Uh, uh, that would be a very strong statement from a very strong individual, and as two people coming together, that would be something that it could work for who it worked for. I don't see it working for the average individuals, because that's if it was something that was average, people would already be doing it. That's why you said the question is so.
30 days or
Hmm?
no days?
I think most people would say no days, but
Right.
I don't. 90 days, 30 days, whatever works, whatever floats your boat.
You get it though, because think about it. At some point in every relationship, it becomes boring. At some point, I'm gonna use boring. That's gonna right stale.
Stagnant, stale, stagnant.
Right. So, do you think, because at this point, the woman starts thinking about cheating, the dude starts thinking about cheating. So, at this point, it's becoming stagnant. It's stale right now. And all we doing is at each other's necks. Hey, I love you enough to say, go out there and go do what you're gonna do for the next 90 days. Go do what you're gonna do for the next 90 days. And if you come back, you come back. Or
Yeah. What if one go and one don't?
the one who don't didn't
I
go.
would never. I didn't go and do anything,
Yeah,
and you
but
were out there.
slanging it like a goddamn giraffe.
That was a test.
Out there slanging this
That was a test. Not say less.
hey, you ain't got to worry about it. Hey,
Go do your thing. You need some money. Here you go. I'm out.
back with don't just make the rule. Don't come back with no babies. Don't come back with no babies.
Yeah.
Don't come back with nothing that you ain't supposed to come back with.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I think if you think about it, it could be a good solution. If
I'm listening.
if you say, you know, it ain't really cheating if you know about it. You ain't bringing nobody into the house. But
They call that a hall pass. My client coming in 10. We got 10 minutes, but yeah.
yeah. It's the hall pass. It's a 90-day hall pass. That ain't a hall pass.
That's
They
taking a break.
they take vacations. They take friendcations.
It's
This
a
is
break. A breakcation.
offcation. Hey, I'm off. We go to work every day. I'm off. We still gonna pay the bills, but I'm off from. I'm taking the next 90 days off. This
Ain't that
vacation.
called a hiatus or something? What's that called?
Yeah,
A hiatus?
a self-reflection, so you can kind of recycle, reduce, and reuse.
I don't see nothing wrong with it for the people that it work for. To be honest with you, I just don't see it working for everybody.
Right. I think even before you get married, I think you should. Hey, you want to get married? Hey, all right. Let me see how you feel after 90 days when you can just go out there. 90 days is a long ass time, but
But they ain't gonna never get married. That's it's gonna be over with.
yeah, because as soon as the motherfucker get out there and start finding something, do something a little bit different.
I
Damn.
think I think being in a relationship for a long time, that is more realistic as a dude, because dudes is no matter how much they don't want to admit it, when they finally claim something as their own,
They ain't
if
letting
that
it.
and if that person goes out and does something, it's hard. Dudes take that way harder than they would ever let on. It crushes a man like in no other way. That people would ever think, and it's harder for them to deal with and get over. So, but if a man has been in a relationship for a very long time and already
It's,
gone through some of those things and shit like that, then what you're saying would be more valuable, because in that moment, a dude might be more comfortable saying, hey, do what you
I,
do.
I, I'm a contradiction because the 90 days only gonna work for me. It can't work for
Exactly. That's what I'm
you.
saying. See, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
if she come back and be like, I just did whoop the whoop the whoop the whoop.
Exactly.
When she go to work, she gonna come
So
back
you
all her
want 90 days. That's what I said. You want 90 days. You talking about for yourself.
all the. But the women gonna come and say, if you're gonna do it right. Fair is fair. But like you said, man, we take things hard because once we claim something, it's ours. And if you let somebody else touch it, I can cheat on you 100 times. You cheat on me once, I ain't gonna fuck you.
That's what I'm saying. And so
You know,
that's the part that is unrealistic and bias and double standards and all that good stuff. All that bad stuff, however you look at it. Yeah.
but damn, what happens if you've been with a woman for 20 years,
However, this is what I
25?
was saying. No, yeah, and there's people who have been together that long, and there's people who it works for both. That's what I was. Some people it actually work for both, but that's rare.
Mm.
That's
That-
not that's not real. That's rare. That's real rare. You know what I'm saying? But for every day, nah. But it is people who have that. That's why it's a thing that exists. Hall pass. You take yours. You take mine. You know what I'm
I'd
saying?
rather, I'd rather not. Hey, we need to
Most
take a break.
people, most people would rather not.
No, that's it. I ain't fucking with you no more. Go ahead. You
Before
want
we
to?
get out of here, we got any other topics? We got 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh, your
No,
on.
I ain't got no more topics. I ain't had no topics, and you didn't answer my petty thief question, so I ain't gonna give it back to you no more.
Unhealthy due to you still have investments in someone else. How can you call me the love of your life when you clearly are still in love with someone else? Hmm.
Say that again.
Unhealthy due to the fact, unhealthy due to you still have investments in someone else. How can you call me the love of your life when you clearly are still in love with someone else? So I think what the person is saying, you got this person over here, you get this who you're in love with, you built all this with, and you go on a 90-day hiatus. And what happens if you fall in love over here? It's that's not really love, because you have love over here. Or how can you say that this person that you are taking this 90-day break on is the love of your life if you go over here because there was someone you wanted to pursue something with? However, a person might say, Shamika, a person might say, and thank you for chiming in with the question. A person might say they wanted to, how would they know that is true love until they go over here and see if this person is their true love? So that 90 days may prove like, nah, and they get that out their spirit, they get that off their mind, and now they can give you 110% when they might only been given 90, because this person was in the back of their head the whole time. It was like, what if I would have had a chance to have a relationship with this person? What if I would have had a chance to take this person on a trip or a date? And then they do it and they like, nah, this ain't it. I'm where I'm supposed to be. So, you can argue it both ways. What you think, Casey?
Let me read that question again.
They basically saying you can't have a love of your life and then go want to take a 90-day hiatus.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because here's the thing: Love is situational. You know what I'm saying? You love and hate a person at the same time. You can love a person today and hate them tomorrow, and then love them again the next day after that, and then hate them again the next day after that. Love is situational. So you
Because
can
it
be
ain't
the love
unconditional. Because that ain't unconditional. That
because
ain't that agape love.
love is uh love is love, right? Love is an action word. If I show you I love you, I can show you I love you better than I can tell you, right? And I can tell you the love of my life, but really, what the fuck is the love of your life? What is the love of your life? What is that? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. What if this nigga die tomorrow or she die tomorrow? You gonna find somebody else that's gonna be the love of your life the next day. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Conditional love versus unconditional love. That's what we had talked about before too.
Yeah. So it's just because somebody is invested in somebody else, somebody knew somebody before they knew you. So wherever they was at before they got there, an investment is an investment. You know what I'm
And
saying?
they
So
may meet somebody after you, and who is to say that that person ain't who they was supposed to meet and for a reason? Just
right.
because they met this person when they was in this part of their life, you just don't know.
And
So
remember,
you get your 90 days that KC is giving everybody, and you go find out.
hey, listen. And God
But
don't
if
open
you gonna take it, you gotta give the 90 days too. Being in a marriage and having a 90-day hall pass will leave wounds and leave unanswered questions. That's going to hard to resolve. Indeed, it is. Indeed, it is.
what is that? In marriage and
I
having
don't.
a
I don't think it's. I don't think it's. Shamika. I don't think it's anything that is common in any kind of way. I think that there are individuals who are okay with that. Just like, let's make it a little bit lighter. There's individuals who will go to the make sure my client ain't came in. There's individuals that'll go to the strip club with they dude and they okay with throwing money in and having girls dance on them. And then there's individuals, women who ain't like they don't even want they dude doing that. So that's what I'm saying. There are people who are okay with hall passes. There are people who are okay with their dude. I know this older dude who he go to the strip club all the time. His woman, he been married for years. His woman know about it. It's good. It's what he does. It's all good. But there are some people who will be like, yeah, I have no nasty strippers. So some people are good with things that other people are not. And for those individuals, you can't frown at what works for them just because in general it don't work for the general population. But even what KC just suggested, there are some people who that could very well work for. Would it work for most people? Probably not. But I would never frown at those that it worked for because they might be on to something that works for them. But just because it works or doesn't work for one person, don't mean that it has to work or not work for you. You got to figure out those things for yourself and don't just be trying to do something just because somebody else did something and it looked good for them, or don't do it because it looked bad for them. You got to see what works for you.
right. And that's what I was just gonna say. Listen, if any person in any relationships decide at any point they want to be with somebody else outside of what you have going on, then let them go do them. Don't never dumb down yourself or lower your vibration or lower your standards in your
That's another
self-worth,
way to look at it.
your
Yeah.
self-worth to accommodate somebody else because you think you love this person.
And they've
Love is,
been there for 15 years.
and I see this quote everywhere: love is kind, love does not host, it does boast, and don't do all that. Love do hella shit. Love do all that. But here's the thing. You gotta love yourself enough to know if a motherfucker wanna go, let that motherfucker go. You know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker want to stay, a motherfucker gonna stay. If a person love you enough and they want to, if a person is committed to you in the way that they say they're gonna be committed to you, go off of the actions, not off of the words. Because words go
Mm.
in one ear out the other. But what a person do for you, what a person show you and bring to the table, that's more value. Hey,
But
we
don't
got
hurt yourself. But that's true. Don't hurt yourself trying to make somebody stay when you try because you worried about being hurt if they go.
what God has for you. You ain't never gonna miss. What's for you is for you alone. You ain't gonna miss it. What you will miss is your blessing if you keep on holding.
Shamika say, you go on your hall pass, she don't want your ass back. She going on hers too.
You feel me?
Now, Shamika, you probably had a little something in your back pocket anyway that you was
That part.
keeping back there just in case.
Right.
You never
Hey,
really,
hello.
you know what I'm saying, paid attention. But you know that number back there if you wanna answer that call if you wanna do. Oh, really? For real? Oh yeah,
Hey,
James.
Start getting them hey
James
big
from
head texts. Hey big head.
yeah, James from 12 years ago. You still hanging around? I know you've been hanging in there. Well, guess what? 90 days.
This is my cousin Bob. Nigga, I don't know that. Hey big head, you doing?
But my
Hey,
session is here, man. So I gotta
hey,
log
if
on.
you get a hey big head text, nigga, we know what time it is. Hey man,
We
P,
will
we
be
on
back on Sunday
Sunday. We on
around 7:30 is what time we usually do on Sundays. At 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 Eastern time. And
y'all have
so
to log in, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, send a link, share the link.
yeah, and we will see y'all in the next one. So make sure y'all do tell a friend to tell a friend. We will be back. And again, our days right now are Sundays and Wednesdays. Wednesdays and Sundays. Our Wednesdays will be earlier in the day like this. I'll probably be in at the studio in between sessions. But our Sundays will be a little bit longer because we have more time and they'll be in the evening. So just make sure y'all stay tuned in and wait for that alert to go off. Make sure you're subscribed and tell your people to subscribe. And make sure y'all send us questions so that we can answer those topics on the next episode of No Cap with your boy KC and Coach P. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Hey man, and that's no cap. Y'all be
All right,
good, man.
see you on the next one.
In a minute, P.
Don't take your hall pass to Houston.